Hello, my name is Maciej Grabek and I would like to talk to you about Windows Phone App Studio. Short bio at start. I'm working for Holte Software as software engineer. I'm editor-in-chief of CodeGuru.pl. I'm MVP in Windows Phone development category. I'm speaker, active author of books, articles, webcasts, and if you would like to contact me, please feel free to use one of those three channels mentioned on my on current slide. This is our agenda. First of all, I would like to talk about Windows Phone App Studio and give you a short overview about it. Then we will move a little bit into practice. We will create simple app. Then, based on that app, I will download the code and try to show you how it is divided and how we can expand those features available in that generated code. At the end is the Q&A section, but according to that, we are recording webcasts. You won't be able to ask those questions live, but feel free to use one of three channels mentioned on the bio page. So let's start with Windows Phone App Studio overview. So first of all, you have 4 easy steps to create your own Windows Phone application. So let's see how steps you need to follow. First of all, you need to have an idea. In my opinion, this is of course the most hard to deal with step. So it's very hard to find some idea which is totally different than existing ideas, existing applications. So it takes most time to deal with this first step, but it is the most important, I think. Second step is to create an app and fill the content of this app. So based on Windows Phone App Studio, you need to provide sample data or final data into application, and then you need to follow third step, which is choose style. You can choose style of one of preloaded styles on the web, but you can of course follow your own ideas about it, and you are able to feel free with changing colors, backgrounds, styles, etc. So this is a very easy step, and then as the fourth step, you can simply download the app, use it, or based on Zap package, which is available on the web, you can simply publish it to the store. So let's create simple app, which will be based on RSS content, maybe some static content, and some database. To do this, we need to switch to the web page, which is available under apps Windows Store.com page, and here we need to choose what we want to do. So for us, the most important thing is to start building. But before I do this, we can simply see here that there is additional information and some resources how to deal with this Windows Phone App Studio. So now we can go to the top of the page and say start building. First of all, we will see a login page where we need to provide our credentials. And then we will be redirected directly into the Windows Phone App Studio. Now we are redirected into first page where we can find two important things. First of all, we have information how we can start creating totally new and totally empty application. This is place where you need to go when you have full idea about what would you like to do. The second possibility is to choose one of existing templates, and you can start creating your own app based on prepared and preloaded template. This is a much easier way to do, but when you have clear view of your application, it can be much harder to deal with because there is a lot of things to change. But let's say that we are some company or restaurant. Maybe restaurant will be much better example. So based on this, we can find here some predefined application, let's say many, and based on this, we can create our own application. Not my hero. I just, yes, many. Okay, so as you can see, after selecting one of templates, you have full preview of this template. Here you have some description about it and a couple images which are changing one by one and shows you what is possible to achieve when you are following with this template. But let's go back to main page and let's create totally new and totally empty application. So let's create an empty app. Then we need to fill a couple details about this application. So let's say it will be Holte demo app. And here we can provide some description of our application. I think that we do not need fill this part. Okay, and then we can select logo of our application. I prepared some icon to do this. Hopefully it will load quickly. Okay, after logo is uploaded, we can go to the second step, which will give us possibility to configure app content. As you can see here, we do not have any kind of content. So first of all, we will add new application section. Here we can choose one of two possibilities. First of all is to create menu. Menu will give us static list of items with some links or something like that, which will give us possibility to navigate user somewhere else. Other thing and other possibility is to create a new section, and this section will be based on some kind of data source. So first of all, we need to create some section name, and let's call this section products. And then we can say if this is, for example, collection, and we need to define the name of the data source for this collection. So let's call this products data source. Then we can save changes. Okay, as you can see, we were quickly redirected to the summary page where we see couple things. First of all, this is name of our section, so let's change the name to the small letter. Okay, then we have possibility to preview data source collection. We have products page and details page. This detail page was created by default for us, and when we will click on one of items from the list on the products, then we will be redirected to the details page. So we can save changes, and this page will be created for us. We can preview what we have on those pages. Currently there is nothing because we have nothing included in our data source, but as you can see, you can choose from different layouts. Those layouts gives you possibility to totally change application UI, but currently without any data in our data collection, we cannot preview those changes. So let's go back and create something in our product collection. Here we have two possibilities. We can create static data source, or we can create dynamic data source. We will choose for this example static data source, which is not allowed to update its content when application is running in time. So, for example, if we have many application with static data source for our menu for the restaurant, it's not possible to update this menu without updating application. But using dynamic data source, it's possible to upload new version of data into our application. But we will stick currently with the static data source, and we can do something more. We can, instead of creating new item, we can go to the edit column, and here we have preview about columns, about the data types, nullability possibility, if this column is visible or not, and if for strings, if this is multi-line column or not. Of course, we can create new columns in here. We can reorder them, or we can simply leave it as it is. So let's save this. Okay, now we can create new items. So let's create new one. Let's call it Nokia Lumia 1020. Let's create some subtitle, some description. Description is not needed. We need to upload image here, so I will pick one of images from previously downloaded content. Then let's click save, and as you can see, we have totally new record and row in our small data collection. So let's create a new one, and it will be 2.5, and it will be movie collection, funny movies collection, and let's upload image here and confirm this one. And currently in our data collection we have 2 records. We can save it, and now on our page we have preview of our currently data source and its content. So what more, and what is very interesting here, is that we can scroll this content. So if we have more items in our collection, we can easily scroll this. What next we can do? So we can create new section. Let's create it. This time it will be RSS section. Okay, and this section will be called blog. Very easy. Here we need to provide information about data source name. So let's call it blog data source. Okay, let's save changes. And as you can see, we have exactly the same part created in here. So first of all, we have some page with details. We have some page with info. Here we have preview of default data collected from some existing page. So let's save changes for now and go to the blog data source to see what is in here. And as you can see, by default it is Windows Phone blog, here it says. We can of course change it to one of different options in here, and let's save changes and let's see what is there. The negative thing about RSS is that we are not able to collect every picture for every blog post. It's sometimes not supporting everything what we would like to see here, but this time for channel 9 it's working perfectly. So let's leave it as it is. Now we can create another section, and this time it will be my blog, and I will call it my blog section. And I would like to show you this problem with blog post and pictures. So let's go to my blog section. Oh, it's not the right one. As this is not the right one, we can quickly remove this part. Yes, I would like to remove it and create it once again. Here is data source, which needs to be removed too. Let's create it once again with RSS, my blog, and my blog data source. Let's save changes now. Let's confirm this. Okay, and let's go to my blog data source. Let's replace it with the proper one. Try to refresh data. Okay, save changes. And as you can see, not any particular item from the from blog is connected with image, so this is not very good solution for now, but I hope that it will be replaced in the future to support such parts in RSS. Okay, so what can we do now? If this application content is ready for us, we can of course preview it a couple more times to be sure that everything is as it should be. But if this is ready for us, we can go to the configure app style page. And here we have full support for different backgrounds, for accents, for background brush, foreground brush, application bar brush. If we have any kind of app bar in here, we can change its style too. So, for example, we can override accent brush to the green color, and you can see here it's changed, but I will like to leave the default one and uh, provide application in this way. Then we can go to the tiles based on our data source, which is currently contains couple images. We can create not only flip tile or iconic tile, as you can see here with the live preview, but we can create cycle template, and this template will contain data from one of our sources. We can edit this and choose what image source collection will be used for our data source. We have only one collection, which is called products data source collection, and only this one can be picked at start, but we can of course change it. Let's save it as it is now, and then let's go to the splash and lock screen. We have possibility to change those two things into some different UI. We can change splash screen background to do it like this. We can change lock screen background, which can be, for example, this one. And what is the reason for this? The reason for this is that we are able now to make our application to be provider for lock screen background. We have full support for this. Of course, we don't have to worry about that because user needs to choose our application to provide some image for this. If any of those images is mm, not good for us or for our application, we can simply pick any other existing picture and upload it here. So then our application will be exactly as we would like to see it. Then we can simply go to the summary page, and on summary page we have a couple things. First of all, we can see our image for the icon. We can see name of our application, a description of our app, which is possible to see for other users if we will make our application public in here. Then we have three sections, 6 pages, because each section contains 2 pages. Then we have three data sources, which is correct. One for products, one for Channel 9 blog, and one for my own blog. And what we can do in here. In here, first of all, we can generate this application. We need to confirm, of course, application generation. Yes, I would like to confirm this. And we need to wait a couple seconds to make this application generated from our definition. And after this, our app will be available to download. So let's wait a while. Okay, after about 30 seconds, I've got information with confirmation that this application was generated. What we can do now? So first of all, I can download install certificate, which I got from Windows Phone App Studio using email. Then I can download or install my application using QR code, which is possible. But first of all, I need to install this client certificate, and I need to create on my device account company, which is required to be able to download custom applications, and those applications are assigned with the custom certificate. So I will skip this part and go to the other options. First of all, I can download source code, which is very important for me, and as a developer, I like to download source code and see what is inside. I can download publish package, which is very important if you would like to publish this application to the world and publish it on the store. Of course, you can share it using email. But this time, I would like to download the source code. So let's choose this option and let's save it on my app, but here will be Halt app. Okay. Let's open the folder. Let's extract this. Let's go inside and let's run Visual Studio. For a couple seconds, I would like to go back to our presentation because we've just completed this step. So we created simple application, and now we are going to the deep dive, and we will see some code generated by Windows Phone App Studio. So let's go back to our desktop and Visual Studio itself. Here you can see three things. First of all, you can see that we are using NuGet, which is very good because all packages will be updated and will be possible to be updated when Windows Phone App Studio will release some new versions of this code. Then we have the project divided into three projects. First of all, we have Windows Phone app, then we have some entities and repositories. I will just briefly describe those projects one by one. So let's go as first to Windows Phone app. As you can see here, we have every thing like in common projects. What more is that we have set of controls which are useful when you want to create some application based on YouTube data, YouTube playlist or YouTube movie or YouTube search result. Of course, we have some menu data and a couple other things which are used by this application. Then we have set of converters which are required when you want to display data in XAMPP page, and this data is not strictly string gable, let's say it, and you need to convert it from some object to string. Then we have some helpers, which are very useful when you are working, for example, with web or RSS sources, some images. And here you can see, first of all, those two images I've uploaded to our application. So this is item and some GUID, and second item with GUID. And those two things are generated for us because they were uploaded as a part of data source. Okay, let's go to another part. Here you can see IOC container, which is based strictly on Unity container. I would like to say a couple words about Unity container, as this is very good container if you would like to create application for different systems. So you can create, based on Unity container, you can create application for Windows Phone. You can create the same application using exactly the same code for Windows 8, and you can create exactly the same code for for web application, for example. So this is very, very useful IOC container, and the code can be easily reusable between different things and different projects. Then we have some resources and services. Services are very interesting because here we have full support for many different parts of Windows Phone. So first of all, we have the dialog service, which gives us possibility to display some message. We have lifetime service. We don't have to worry about any code to support lifetimes. We have for this service, and we can simply use code which is stored there. We have lock screen service, navigation service to give you possibility to switch between pages, reminder service, share service to give you possibility to share data between your application and, for example, email receiver. Then we have speech service, which is very interesting because you can create your application to be alive. The content of your application can be read for a user, and based on speech service, your application is more and more user friendly. Then we have tile info, view model locator service, which is used for IOC and MVVM, and web browser service, which is used, for example, when you want to get out from your app to some web page based on RSS. Okay, then we have some toolkit content which is required by Windows Phone Silverlight Toolkit. And then we have some views. Those views are very important because they contain every single information which will be displayed on our application. And then we have some view models which are used to give data for views, and based on MVVM, which means model view model the pattern, they are allowed to make our life much easier, and based on this design pattern we can create our apps much faster. Okay, then what more quite important thing is that on our products list page, and not only this page, we have additionally some transitions. By default, transitions are not supported maybe not supported, but not included into Windows Phone application. Currently, this code is marked as red because I didn't rebuild this application, and NuGet did not download every library I'm using here. But apart from that, here are added and created transitions, which gives us possibility to change default behavior of particular pages in our application, because by default they are simply changing. But when you are using transitions, it gives you possibility to make it like in PowerPoint, some kind of animation between different pages, and this makes our app more and more user-friendly and more not common app, just something which is not standard. Okay, let's go then to another project in our solution. So this project will be entities. So let's expand this part. And as you can see, currently we've created only products data source collection. And this collection contains our data. But if we would create different collections, not based on RSS or something like that, just collections, we will get more and more classes like this one. So let's see what we have here. First of all, we have title, we have subtitle, image, and description. Those four fields are exactly the same fields we've created in our application using Windows Phone App Studio. So this is very nice thing to have. What more is here? So here we have couple repositories, which is very good. We have interfaces for each of those. We have normal implementation of interfaces, but more, we have fake interface implementation, which is very useful if we want to see some data on preview, or we want to test this application apart from real data sources. So as you can see, in fake product data source collection, we have lorem ipsum data, which additionally is using our application logo as image. But then, of course, we have some implementation of this, and real implementation gives us information about this proper data, which here stands Nokia Lumia 1020, and this is Asom phone and 2.5, and this data will be used as real data in our application at the end. Okay, so now I can build this application and then run this app on our emulator. Of course, I can connect a phone to my laptop and then run this application on my device, but for purpose of our webcast, I would like to show you this application running on emulator. So first of all, emulator has started. You was able to see our information with image on the splash screen. Then we have information. Sorry, I could not read from RSS. Okay, this message is by default generated for any kind of RSS section, and should go to this part again. No, there are some problems with connecting from emulator to the web. Probably there is a virtual machine problem with the internet switch, but we won't deal with that now. We can go to particular record in our products collection, so let's use it. Here we can see how it is presented. So we have information about the title, title, subtitle, image, and description. What we can do more is to read this part. So let's read it.
Awesome phone description is not needed.
I hope that it was possible for you to hear it. We are able to pin this part to the start screen. Okay, by default the image was taken and used as tile background. We can share this part. Of course, on emulator it is not working, as the share functionality requires an email account to be configured here. Okay, we can go back and we can stop debugging because I would like to show you one more thing around data, and this require me to switch back again to the Windows Phone App Studio, and I will go to the dashboard to see all my apps prepared. I will go to the Windows phone app called Holte Demo. I will edit this page. Okay, and let's go to the products data source collection. Okay, this is our collection. We have title, subtitle, image, and description. What we can do now with this, we can go to any kind of page. Let's go to the details page, for example. And here you have some funny text with the brackets and some information about context and title, subtitle, description. As you can think, this is how we can define what part will be provided and displayed in which part. So I would like to use binding, which is the proper name of this sentence. It tells our application that if you would like to display title on any place of the page, please use the title property of my current record. If you would like to change it, you can click bind to data, go to the context, and you can easily pick one of those. So for example, let's switch title and subtitle. Here will be subtitle, here will be title. And as you can see, this context was totally changed. What more, we can change layout now to present data in different way. Of course, we can choose one of existing templates, and when we are ready with this, we can save changes. Okay, and as you can see, everything was changed for us, and using this binding functionality, we can very easily use our collections and make them alive in our application. Okay, now we are ready to get back to our presentation. We've created very simple application based on Windows Phone app without any template. We've downloaded this application and review its code. So now it's time for Q&A. Of course, I hope that you will be able and you would like to ask any kind of questions using a link, Twitter, or email address, or using my blog. So feel free to do this. And our last step in presentation are a couple links. So first of all, here is link for Windows Store app Studio, which gives you possibility to create those apps without touching Visual Studio. There is additional link for Windows Store how to. I will quickly switch back to this part and show you information about it. So here you have information about any part of Windows Phone App Studio, how to use it, how to use binding, how to use panorama pivot, how to use layouts, and how to create this application to be easy to understand for users. So I admire you to go to that page and read that data. Of course, here is a link to my blog, which is written in Polish, but there is additional blog written in English. I hope to activate it once again and update content which I am presenting on my Polish version of blog. And as a summary or some kind of bonus, I would like to say that if you would like to create an application and you have developer account for Windows Phone, then to be honest with you, you don't need to have Visual Studio installed because everything you need to do is to create an application in Windows Phone App Studio. Then you can download Zap package, install application on your phone without using Visual Studio, then create couple screenshots from the inside of application, and based on this you can very easily publish your application on Windows Phone Store and share it with other people and earn some money on it, because there is nothing told about prices for the application, so there's no requirement that they need to be free or they need to be paid. You can choose your own way to publish and share your applications on Marketplace. Okay, thank you, and I hope that you enjoyed this webcast, and feel free to contact me with any feedback.